good afternoon and welcome to Galactic Soul Healing. Today we have a reading for you from the Arcturian, Sirian and Blue Avian collectives. My name is Sonia, sorry I forgot to say that. And we are looking today, the theme is going to be around stepping into creativity, adaptability, flexibility, and really bringing on board this idea that it's okay to be really unique and different, and there may even be some unusualness in there, but I was doing meditation yesterday. Actually, I didn't have time to present yesterday, but the Spirit's saying that it's time to step into your unique mission or missions, and that your mission, excuse the light reflection on my glasses, your mission may be twofold, threefold or fourfold, which means that it might be a composite thing, and there might be things that are put together creatively in different ways that you haven't done before, and they're saying that if you have a little bit of fear and uncertainty around trying something that perhaps you haven't seen done before, or you feel like you want to be really original with something, they're saying that now is the energies now are the times to start doing those things. So it might be creatively, artistically, even intuitively, if you want to start using your intuition in new ways, any extra sensory perception, things like that. And it might also be times for networking with others and gaining support, and mixing with people of like mind, and of perhaps similar sorts of purposes, working in similar realms and similar fields, okay? And whether that's contacting for support and networking either online or in person or a bit of both, it's really Spirit's saying it's this really thing now of stepping into our uniqueness, okay, our individual uniqueness, and really celebrating that diversity, because it's going to be awesome and fantastic. And they're also saying that on that theme, that in the spirit realms and the higher frequency realms and realities and dimensions, okay, there's such a diversity of life forms and beings that we really have to start stepping out of, if we're very narrow-minded in our what we think is real and whatever, we have to really start expanding that and being creative within ourselves and expressing that out, and also celebrating diversity in all forms, okay? And the decks that I've been directed to use today are the Dreams of Gaia. So that's Arcturian feel, very creative, that one. And sorry, I'm holding my crystals. That's fascinating because this is my clear quartz and my opalite, and I also have just on deck today, I have some rose quartz, which is beautiful pink. I don't know if you can see the pink in that, and I also have a little bit of amethyst, which I'm going to get a bigger one pretty soon, but they're really great. Rose quartz is beautiful for relaxation, and amethyst is great for focusing and things like that. So here we have Fairy Wisdom Oracle we're going to be using as well, and we have Starseed Oracle. Okay, so the Fairy Wisdom Oracle is definitely I always love that one because it's, it's a bit whimsical, and I kind of always feel like the Blue Avians kind of want to have a little say in the mix, okay? That's kind of Blue Avian fun type of thing. Starseed Oracle is, obviously Starseed, that galactic aspect, coming through our Starseed origins, and we're also going to be working with the Isis Oracle. And definitely a Sirian feel with that. I've also been alluded to, these three realms of what we're working with now as being galactic humans, and that is the realm of transformation. Okay, transformation, internal, external, everything, but also our Earth connection, that realm of being, connected to Earth. And also we of course have our galactic involvement is starting to come on board now. So there are realms that we're either connecting more with or moving into that we need to keep in mind as well. But that's also really going to help us to formulate our own unique way of being, our own unique expression of our own soul essence, okay? And it's really exciting. I'm really looking forward to doing this reading. So let me just begin to shuffle. I was actually doing quick meditation before, I've been out walking, riding, and doing a meditation as well. And an entity or energy that came through to me that I have seen in the past, heard of via YouTube, is Cryon. I don't know if you've come across Cryon at all, but there are some people that channel Cryon, spelt Kryon, if you would like to Google that and find out some more. But often his messages are really awesome in terms of depth, very kind of honest appraisals of what's going on for us humans, and also sort of alerting us to things that we're going through in ascension and helping us to create more awareness around that for ourselves. And then he was sort of hanging around with me while I was preparing my lunch. And sometimes I prepare my lunch and I actually write notes while I'm making food. So basically sort of just saying as well, just like to emphasise that benevolent light beings and beings of higher frequency, like ascended masters, archangels and light beings, have a greater awareness of their divine feminine and masculine principles, okay? And this is also going to be coming out and helping us to develop our creativity and uniqueness, is really tapping into our divine feminine principle and our divine masculine principle. So light beings have a greater awareness of those things within their consciousness, and they're also able to activate them more so than us humans at the moment. And that these are they were originally, those aspects, masculine and feminine, were held in the subconscious, but now they're sort of they've evolved to the point of their masculine and feminine coming more into conscious mind. So as we evolve and develop, we'll be integrating our subconscious and conscious more so, especially the divine masculine and divine feminine. And also Carl Jung even spoke about the anima and the animus, which are held within the subconscious. The anima being the feminine principle within us, all of us, whether men or women, and the animus is the masculine principle that resides in our subconscious, whether we're male or female. So let's say a quick prayer now. Benevolent light beings, galactic collectives, archangels, and the Galactic Federation of Light as well, ascended masters and other spirit guides that would like to assist with this reading. We're really grateful for any help and guidance that you can offer us, and we look forward to receiving your messages today around activating our creativity and being unafraid to or being more courageous in our efforts to be our unique soul selves, more fully integrated with our divine masculine and divine feminine aspects as well. So thank you in advance, and let's just cut the decks, and then we will deal. I think we might do 2 stacks today. So there's going to be some things coming forward, and just going over it again, we work with the image to stimulate the subconscious and help that integration of subconscious and conscious aspects of our minds, okay? And also just reminding you that if something I say does not resonate, please do not take it on. And if something does resonate and you wish to look into it, all well and good. So let us, I'm just putting these other decks out the way here. And okay. Now I really hope that the lighting is going to be okay today. I've kind of added a couple of extra little reflectors around the place, so hopefully we'll be all good to go. So the first card is a water, and it says the King of Water. And as you know, water is the element of it's aligned with the emotions, okay? The element of water. And it's also in the chakra system, yogic system, the water chakra is the sacral chakra, okay? And often this is where our creativity and intuition energy is sort of held. And yeah, we are being asked to, this is actually like a divine masculine image. Okay, so it's interesting because it's masculine, yet it's also talking about something quite feminine. So it's alluding to, with masculine, it's that projective energy, okay? So it's kind of suggesting that we tap into that, the emotions, tap into our emotions and our creativity and our intuition, and start to kind of bring them forward, start to project them out somehow. So that might apply if you say you are very emotionally unexpressive. It might be suggesting that if you can, try and express emotions a little more, okay? Even if it's just talking in a matter of fact way, like, I feel a bit such and such today, or whatever, or even just internally trying to acknowledge your emotions a little more as well. So with creativity, that could be starting to do something outwardly in your external environment that's creative. It might be gardening, cooking. It might be making something, it might be working around the house, it might be painting. It's quite creative, or you might like to construct some things. It might even be doing art, grab some canvases, grab some paints. It might be doing music. You could even do dancing, singing, playing a musical instrument, okay, composing music. Lots of different things you can do there, and intuitively, using intuition, that would be things along the lines of outwardly. You might even like to get yourself some oracle cards, and yeah, perhaps do a little mini course online, how to develop your intuition. Yep, and just trying to, if you're around people, just try and really tune into them and kind of intuit perhaps what their feeling state might be, or where they're at, but also using your own intuition to be more self-aware as well, which is, I guess that's more feminine because you're looking inward, but this is saying as well, start to do that outward manifestation of all those things. So this is going to be, masculine and feminine themes, but all within the aim of helping you to express your uniqueness, okay? And supporting that. Earth School, wow. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Okay, so the higher learning can also take you into the realms of your uniqueness, into your realms of things perhaps that you haven't done before. So they're all going to feed into your own unique soul, about who you are. And remember those 3 realms again, okay? So it's the transformational realm, the earth connection realm, and you've got the galactic connection. And you might like to do some sort of work or exploration in all of those 3 areas over a span of time. But we're here to learn. That's what this card is about. It's a learning process, and we're all learning how to love unconditionally. Okay, we're all learning how to love ourselves unconditionally and others unconditionally as well. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Yep, life lessons, and as we know, many of them can be quite tough, but they do increase your knowledge and your wisdom, those tough lessons, okay? And they can also bring out your insecurities, your areas that you perhaps need to work on as well, sometimes those tough lessons. And and this also talks about that transformational realm where you are perhaps undergoing changes, okay, in your self-perception, in where you see that you fit in the world and things like that, and what your purpose and your mission is. But really this is sort of just alluding to, don't be hard on yourself. It's all a learning process, okay? And as you're forming your own uniqueness, we're all learning here. We're all going through this and taking on so many different other realities and realms, okay? Bringing it into our awareness and into our existence and our way of being. Ultimately, things will kind of settle as we get more familiar with this new way of being. Okay, we're going to be feeling better. Now, autumn. Wow. Autumn is a time of, we're recovering from summer. It's a time of regeneration, but it's also a time of preparing for winter. Okay, so this little fairy, and this is just awesome because they are pumpkins, and we at the moment actually have pumpkins growing in our backyard, and it is autumn here in Australia at the moment. So this is kind of cool, and I really love that orange colour, which is also a colour of the sacral chakra. So once again, we're doubling up on the sacral chakra here. It's really talking about, it might also be alluding to that many of us perhaps need to do some healing in the sacral chakra. So that could have been listening to some chakra music, doing a chakra meditation, and I'll just draw your attention now to Meditative Mind on YouTube. They have some really nice guided meditations, okay? And if you choose there's a healing camp series of each individual chakra meditation. If you choose the sacral chakra one, it's a beautiful little 20-30 minute guided meditation you could do. You can also listen to chakra specific music. So on YouTube, once again, there is a channel called Teo Winds, WINDS, and they have music for each chakra area too. And you can also do music to listen to for lower chakras or upper chakras, or it might be a combination, and they have music to run through all of the chakras as well. But this is also, I really love this, how it's, see those pumpkins, obviously they might have been grown, so homegrown food, nutrition, also alluding to being connecting with the earth. Okay, it's that earth connection realm. And the other thing too about being grounded is that as we move into these other realms with creativity, uniqueness, our galactic connection, and all those things, it's going to be really important to ground. And if you have a garden, make the most of it. Try and go out, and even if you just stand there and do a barefoot meditation with a cup of tea. I did that today and it actually worked pretty well. So just really connect to the earth, and don't forget to do that. And she's actually kneeling on the earth, which is interesting. And I've noticed as well, I actually had to do a little bit of pruning, but I did have to get down near the ground, and that for about half an hour snipping away there, and I became even more grounded. I even felt more settled. Okay, so basically the earth energies are just really supportive for us right now, and it's really going to be supportive for that sacral or the lower chakras as well. but also helping us to integrate the higher frequencies coming through from the atmosphere. Okay, so I really love this card. That's awesome and very on point. And all of that's going to help support us with our creativity, because if you're grounded and centered, if you're grounded, you're more likely to be centered and relaxed. And the more relaxed you are, the more you are able to go, I'm going to allow myself to do something creative now, because as you know, if we are very busy and we have many demands and we're running around, it's very hard to say, look, I'm going to give myself some time to be creative and do something for myself, isn't it? So if you can ground and relax, it's very conducive to you giving yourself some time to do something creative. The other thing I want to say about groundedness is that because it settles us, it allows us to be flexible and adaptable. And by that I mean, if you become a bit disassociated and ungrounded, and then you know how to ground yourself, you can then recover more quickly and be able to be more effective and productive and flexible in your ability to shift frequencies. Okay, and this is fantastic because we had this like a few days ago. Soul retrieval has come up again. Thank you, Lady Isis. Deep soul healing with the goddess. So this is about soul. Your soul is actually very creative. Your soul is very unique. It is very original. It is all about unconditional love and connected to higher self. It basically is your higher self. And as well as it has been working, all of our souls have been working for transformation through the eons. Okay, so this is soul missions involve transformation and growth. Okay, it's also saying being connected, be connected to the earth, and this is almost like a sun image here, so the great central sun. So you can do a really centering meditation for your soul. Just aligning your energies with, saying, no, I'm now aligned with the great central sun, the energies of that, and of the energies of the earth coming up, and I can feel them in my heart chakra, and I feel more centered, and I'm now centered, calm, and relaxed. And galactic involvement as well is what this is alluding to, because you literally have like looks like planets and things like here as well. And I really love how that's circular, so it's sort of perhaps alluding to zodiac. You might even like to look into astrology, because when you look into astrology, often everyone is basically no two people have exactly the same star chart, astrology, birth chart. Okay, so that could also give you some hints and clues about perhaps what your natural abilities are in certain areas that maybe you haven't considered before. If you feel like you're kind of flying blind in that respect, and having your astrology chart could be an awesome thing to do, having it done. Awesome. Sorry, I'm a bit dry. I'm just going to have a little bit of my tea here, and I'm just going to hold up the next card. And yeah. Okay, that is a beautiful feminine image. Sorry about the glare. I really hope you can see that. That's better. It's the 6 of water. And this woman here has her hand outstretched. It looks like she's either receiving or giving a bracelet there with a heart on it. This is a beautiful symbolic image because it's talking about heart-centered action, okay, and nurturing, and really having that really gentle feminine nurturing and caring. Okay, that's what this is about, and that's a part that is a feminine principle that is held within all of us. We all have this capacity, even if we don't feel that we're capable of caring with a high degree of gentleness and unconditional love, okay, that's something that can always be improved if you're prepared to look at it and, make efforts to, first of all, work on yourself. Do you love yourself unconditionally? And do you understand all the aspects, of your soul? Have you explored aspects of your soul? What's your connection with your spirituality as well, is what it's saying. So, heart connection, giving and receiving of love, really. And the heart-centeredness is going to be informing, influencing, present within our creativity. It's going to be present within our originality and our uniqueness. It's going to be present as we use our intuition more. We'll be able to use discernment and basically go about our business, whatever we're doing, with compassion and heart-centered consideration for ourselves and others. Okay, so that's really beautiful and supportive there as well. I really like that card. Okay, let's go with this one. It is Portal, and doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wildcard. We have had this come up before, and it is just to keep in mind that your chakras are portals. Okay, as we step up into our own unique missions, whether they be twofold, threefold, or fourfold, and by that I mean there could be several aspects to your mission. Okay, we're going to be able to sense the high frequency assistance that's coming through, that's really helping us to move forward on these missions and these new ways of being. Okay, particularly if you can learn to either deeply consciously relax and then move into meditation, or if you're already able to do that, if you can start doing meditation regularly, it's going to help you tap into these higher frequency portals. The interesting thing is that when we meditate, over time your chakras can become more attuned, and they can even act like portals. And I'm also going to suggest that in terms of high frequency energies, if you feel like really connected to the earth connection, you might like to work with crystals. Or even if you don't feel earth connected, you might like to work with crystals, because these can help your consciousness to vibrate. Well, I've sensed it, like it increases the vibration. Because crystals have a very ordered vibration. Okay, they're very healing, and they can very help you to center and align quite quickly. Okay, and therefore also this one in particular, Quartz is very good at receiving energy and transmitting energy and frequencies. Okay, so this is really great for if you want to tune into that high frequency coming in, and it also opens that crown chakra. Okay, so I guess what I'm saying is that crystals could be used with discernment, but as a means to help you to activate and open the portal aspect of your chakras. Okay, because obviously they have different functions. Chakras have many functions. Okay, but being energetic portals is one of them. And this rose quartz, we were just talking about the heart here. Rose quartz is used for the heart chakra. Okay, and it's a really loving type of energy. And I did do meditation with this one day, and I was thinking, it's sort of like, it was like I was sensing the more like the elemental, like the fairy type of energies. Very loving, unconditional, very light. Okay, so you can use crystals as well to help you with that. Yeah, and as you explore your uniqueness, you're going to step into different different ideas and different ways of looking at things, which is sort of like different aspects in your consciousness. There are portals in your consciousness, if you like, into other areas of your higher self. So, and I really love how that's, it's quite a rainbow colour at the back there. I don't know if you can see that. But, yeah, and she's also, I believe that's a female figure, but she has bare feet. Another great grounding tip, stand bare feet on the earth. I can't recommend it enough. Now, Lady Isis, Lady of the Stars. Okay, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. So, Priestess of Sirius. Now, many of us have incarnated from Sirius. When I had my galactic astrology done via Julia Balaz, I did her mini course and then did my own galactic astrology. Sirius was my most recent incarnation, where I've come from Sirius down to Earth. So I'm sort of suspecting that this is going to apply to many other people as well, in terms of it being the most recent connection. And it just means that, we're going to be able to get a whole lot of spiritual support. And whether your recent connection, most recent may have been Arcturus or Pleiades, it doesn't matter. You can still, if you have connections with this collective, you can still receive some assistance. And appealing to Lady Isis there as well. I also really love the blues and the oranges in this. The blue is, it's quite a deep blue. You have blue, gold, and orange. Okay, chakras, we're talking the deep blue or the indigo is the brow chakra, orange is sacral, okay, and the gold is the solar plexus. So you've kind of got that intuition, the creativity of the sacral, and then you have the strength, courage, and the empowerment of the solar plexus. But and it's all in alignment, working for your own high school and for the high school of all. Okay, yeah. And so in terms of if you want assistance if you're in a hard spot, you're going through transformation, that is a bit challenging, Lady Isis, and there are other Sirian guides as well that could help you with that, particularly in a meditation. Okay, if you want to be appealing to them, could be a good idea. Last one. Now, well, thank you, Blue Avians. Too many dragons. Okay, so what that means is it's just a little warning for us to remember that we don't want to become too overloaded. So it's going to be really important to, when I said twofold, threefold, fourfold mission, okay, as you go up in frequency, you need to start with something simple. As you move up in frequency and you become more and more, more of your activities are more in alignment with your soul purpose, okay, you'll understand what that is. Then you're going to have a few dragons or spiritual aspects helping, so to speak. Too many dragons is not necessarily the dragons are not bad. It's just saying that if you have lots on, it could potentially confuse your energy. Okay, if you feel that is the case, it may mean, if you have too much on your plate, metaphorically speaking, it may mean that you need to do more grounding and try and prioritize things, and maybe drop a couple of those things off of the list if you can, okay, to just simplify for a while, so that you can just sort of have a bit more time. It might also be saying that if people have too many dragons, that it's going to make it, if they have too many external demands upon them, which means that they're not going to have enough time to explore their own creativity and their own uniqueness in more soul depths. In other words, they're not going to have time to, if you haven't got time to do any of this soul retrieval and this creativity work here, okay, because of too many dragons, okay, it's also saying you need to do yourself a favour and try and just simplify life. Do the kind, loving thing for yourself, and just give yourself that gift of having some more time out, okay, so that you can explore those things. And whether that be doing some work in the earth realm, working on your earth connection, it might be exploring your galactic connections through astrology, galactic astrology, or even just general astrology. You might like to look at that, or researching galactic collectives, or you might like to work on your transformation, perhaps do some dream work, working on your integrating subconscious with conscious mind, okay, or learning, perhaps doing a little study course, okay, online, perhaps it might be something quite left field that you haven't been doing, but something that you are drawn to. There's something about it that you want to look into. That can be a little clue as well. And and don't forget the garden, and being close to the earth as well. I really love that. And this is the portal, the portal to different collectives, the portals to different aspects of your own consciousness and your own soul, okay, and you can use things like meditation, centering. You could use music to help you to connect. You can use aromatherapy, possibly, if you're sensitive to that. You might like to use crystals. This is my kind of go-to at the moment. You might like to just do walking meditation in nature. I'm just finding that these are really great for helping me to center and ground my energy after being in environments that are ungrounding, okay, or really busy, or perhaps very low vibe. Okay, I'm finding the crystals really helpful for that. Now, thank you so much, Sirian, Arcturian and Blue Avian collectives, for that reading. I hope that was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Hope you have a great day, and keep exploring, and we need to start being courageous, and don't be afraid to be unique and different. Okay, ciao.